Hi guys, welcome back to Lily's Garden. I'm walking under my carport again. It's a little bit sunny outside and hot as well. So I just thought that here is a very good place to make the video and to talk with you. So I hope that you're not sick of I showing you how to grow shrubs or plants from cutting. But please do let me know if in the future you don't like I do the video showing you grow or show you how to grow plants from cutting. You before I do showing you more about edible plants other than ornamental plants. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to grow Daphne from cuttings. Now Daphne is got beautiful gorgeous plants bloom from early late winter to early spring. It depends on the variety and cultivars. And in this container, I took the cutting from my friend's place, and her this cutting they got or this her plants they got beautiful creamy yellow Daphne and beautiful scent. Her bush really established, and I took the cuttings from hers in middle of December. So now where we are now, beginning of February. So it's not 2 months years. Is that right? So we got January and February. So I think nearly 2 months. But anyway, I did see a lot of new roots coming out, or there are roots coming out. So I thought I'm gonna show you. Can you see the root there? Here's the root, and because this one I put the cutting in very clear container, so we can very easy to see when they are rooting out. So when I do the cutting, I know on that day I did not intend to, but I was her play anyway, and so I just tried. Because I know a little bit early to grow the when I saw her bush, I know the shoot were very young, but I tried it anyway, but it still work. But if you live in the same area that I live, I recommend to wait. If you take the cutting, I recommend you to wait until end of January to February. I think really good time to take the cuttings because the cuttings or the branches of the Daphne, their cuttings, their branches are more mature. So the cutting you can have more success. Root cutting out than very young shoot or very young branch of the Daphne. But here I can show you. I try very best to try to find the very mature cutting on that side, but I only can find some, and I can see some of the new shoot of, or the very young shoot of cutting here. They didn't take wrinkly because it didn't have enough moisture to hold the cuttings, or the energy for the cutting to grow, and this one as well. I think I got 3 cutting took in here, but I think 2 cutting were too young. So I recommend to wait until end of January to February. It's really good time because I can see my shrub or my bushes outside is very good. Alright, so over here I got 2 very healthy looking Daphne that I got this spring. So they only a few months old, and you can see how much they grow. When I bought it, they were tiny. And the cutting we're aiming for is softwood cutting. And when we're looking, the branch still very flexible, very bendable. And we don't want to get the cutting too woody, because when the cutting too woody, they won't take, or they might take, but I haven't tried before. But I have a lot of luck to grow them from softwood cuttings, and you can see I can just very easy to bend it, but it's still very flexible as well. And I don't want the part that too soft. Normally I just can cut the top off, and I want the middle part nice around 10 to 15 centimeter, and that is very good size for the cuttings. And I just try to have a few cuttings. Make sure you got few branches or few cutting, because sometimes it's not all the cutting you're going to take, so it's better to get several in one go. So here I just try to do the cutting very low down at the bush, because sometimes the branches down at the bottom I hardly to see them anyway, so it's nice to kind of tidying the bush off or pull them off a little while I can make the another or few other plant as well. So let's head into my carport. I'm gonna show you how to prepare the cutting. Oh, by the way, we've been doing a lot of cleaning up over here, and I just want to show you some of the new plants I got. This is begonia. So this is the very first time for me to go this type of the begonia. I think it's called tuber begonia, and this is beautiful creamy white color with the yellow in the center. I need to do some deadheading. Look at that. Look, they're looking a little bit messy. And down at the bottom here, I got the I don't so I think this color may be called very bright red color. Normally the bright red flower is not my favorite, but to compare or to combine this color with the dark red rich leaves color, I really love it. And on the top here you can see some of my cuttings that I show you for the hook jewel cutting you might watch a few weeks ago. Over here, I got a medium or the mix with half of potting mix and half of perlite. I mixed them together and I put them in very clear plastic cups, and I did drill some drainage in there, and so for me very easy to see when the roots come out. And I aiming for the cutting between 10 to 15 centimeter length, and I just cut the top off because I don't want the cutting they're gonna send soot or to grow. I just want the middle part, and I cut at the bottom part of the cutting as well. And I just trim the below or the lower leaves off because we're gonna bury that part in the soil anyways, because we don't want they rotten in the medium or in the soil. Yeah, so if you have the stick or something, you can make the hole for the cutting to go in, but they're very easy to go. I just push the cutting in the medium, and I just aiming for bury the cutting between 4 to 5 centimeter deep in the soil. So generally you can just put 3 centimeter, that could be fine too, but normally I just put 4 to 5 centimeter. And as I say, it's been very easy to see the root how or when they grow with the clear plastic cup that I got there. And I keep doing for some other cutting as well. Cut the top off and trim some of the lower leaf off, and I keep doing for the other as well. And when you place your cuttings, make sure you don't put the cutting in the direct sunlight. Keep them in bright shady area, but don't put in the windy area as well, because we are in quite hot humid summer. Even the temperature is not high, but we don't want to put them in the direct sunlight or very windy area. The cutting they will just dry out so fast, they will lose a lot of moisture, and I just generally time the cutting down. And I normally water the cutting every second day, even though we don't have a very hot or harsh climate as other summer, but I still have water the cutting every second days because I did add perlite in there, so they have less chance for the cutting to get over water anyways. And I did have a good, very good several holes at the bottom of that cup, so then no problem for them at all. They're very easy to grow from cutting. And if you don't live in Canberra, Australia, you might live in different parts in the world or somewhere else, and you don't know which month is the month that I was talking to you earlier. You just kind of aiming for, like after they finish blooming, between 3 and 4 months, and you can at that time it's very good time for you to take the cutting. All right, so here I'm gonna show you after roughly 2 months, and you see how much root the cutting you can expect. And as I say, some of the cutting they didn't take, I think, because the cutting was too young. Let me show you. Yes, this one still too young. Okay, let me take it out. Alright. Hope you can see some of the root already here. And I do have the container of some premium potting mix in here. I'm gonna pot them up so they have more room to grow and more nutrients for them to grow. Can you see that? Very healthy. Alright, so I did fill over halfway of the potting mix in this container, and I'm going to put some potting mix cover on the root, and of course I still continue for this cutting to grow for another 2 months, and after that I can bring them outside into part shade area. Just a second, let me get some potting mix for this container. Alright. So be gently because the cutting only touch rooted. You don't want to damage their root. Okay. So in this premium potting mix, it's not specialized for the Daphne because you know that Daphne, they love the soil slightly acidic. But when the plant young like this, they can be fine. And when they grow a little bit bigger, this big, and you want to pot them up in the very proper potting mix or in a larger container as well. So one done. So I got one cutting, rooted cutting. This is very young shoot. This one I said to you, it didn't root, too young. And another one. This one very good. Can you see that on the root here? I should have another one more, another cutting more. Or maybe just that it? Okay, I think maybe just that it then. Or I mix it somewhere. Okay, I think only 2 actually. Yeah, as I say, this one is too young. Look at that. Too wrinkly and too small. Because at that time it's too early. And, oh, I should put in different container. Here the container I want. So that's this guy. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you will let me know if in the future what kind of video you prefer I make, or what the subject, what the topic you like I talk about. And thank you so much for watching, and see you next video. Bye bye.